One of the most extraordinary effects of the Brexit vote has been to overturn the idea that a Conservative Prime Minister is naturally on the side of business. At this conference of people who, by and large, would have voted to remain in the European Union, there was a tangible nervousness at the perceived lack of a plan by the government to leave in a way that doesn't hurt them.
What happens the day after Brexit, when the clock strikes midnight and our 2 years negotiating time is up? Today, businesses are inevitably considering this cliff edge scenario, a sudden and overnight transformation in trading conditions.
The Prime Minister has already been accused of caving in to specific demands of the Nissan car company over the future of its factories in northern England, while not telling others what the deal involved. And yet here she came on stage, partly to offer reassurances to business that she understood their world, but mostly to remind them how things had changed, that they had to understand the mood of the working poor with whom they had a social contract. You make money and then you give some back.
For business, it means doing more to spread those benefits around the country, playing by the same rules as everyone else when it comes to tax and behaviour, and investing in Britain for the long term.
So hard hats on for business people not used to being told they have to change their behaviour, nor did many feel they got much detail to answer their concerns about a plan.
I never got that drive, that somebody's going to say, this is what we're doing, this is how we're going to do it. I have to trust her. We have to trust her because she's our PM. And we've got a government here now that, I don't know, how do we do it?
Giving us such a positive...
Just like Donald Trump, Theresa May now claims to speak for the working poor better than her traditional, more left-wing opponents. Change is in the air, she said. We need to open our minds. Business is not used to this at all. It all sounds much more economically progressive than the previous Conservative Party, which of course answered the collapse of the banks by imposing austerity on the people. It does remain to be seen, however, quite how the government would maintain or attract foreign investors if it expects them to pay as much tax as the general public does. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera, in central London.